It's Championship Sunday, and are you ready? Welcome to a special edition of Believers Talk as we talk about the two games today. Again, it's Sunday morning. I hope you guys enjoy the games today. We have in the first game the NFC side of things to decide who goes on to Super Bowl 53. You're talking about the New Orleans Saints, the 1 seed, going up against the LA Rams, the 2 seed. And then over on the AFC side, that game starts around 6:30. You're talking about the 1 seed Kansas City Chiefs at home to play against the Evil Empire, the New England Patriots, back at it again for 8th year in a row in the AFC Championship game. What's going to happen tonight? Who is going to play in 2 weeks in Super Bowl 53? That's what we're here to talk about. Break down a little bit both of those games for you. I will not be live streaming today, but if you go over to our friends over at the Sports Fury, they will have both games for you. So shout out to them. And I'm sure if you look for YouTube, there's plenty of great YouTube channels out there doing live play-by-play reaction for these games. So again, I will not be doing the live streams, but I hope you guys find a channel that suits you. Just tell them Believers Talk sent you and have a good time watching those games today. So first game, we talk about the Saints, talk about the Rams. This whole season, the Rams defense, we've talked about how, or it's been talked about that, their secondary really isn't living up to stuff. You know what I mean? It's not as good as last offseason would have made you think, right? Last offseason, they made a couple moves, got a couple key players, and they just don't look as good as they were hoping. And then again, with the run game, everyone talked about the run game last week. Well, the run game still isn't that strong. It's amazing having Aaron Donald, having Ndamukong Suh, how good that run game should be, at least, or it seems like it should be. Now, they're great at rushing the passer, but Drew Brees is great at getting rid of the ball. So, you talk about running the ball pretty well, Drew Brees being able to get rid of the ball. I think the offense versus defense matchup has to go to the Saints. Okay, go over to the other side of the ball. You look at the Saints defense, pretty good defense over there on the defensive side of things versus this Rams offense. Guys, this Rams offense hasn't been the same since the Cup injury. He was a great receiver. He was definitely a different element out there who could get open in coverage. So I think they really missed him. I think they're going to miss him in this game. I think that the Rams offense is still a potent offense. You're still talking about Todd Gurley getting the ball. You're still about Anderson against Dallas was able to run the ball. Now Dallas's rush defense was 5th in the league, and they still ran all day over them. So that says something. The Saints' run defense is not nearly that good. They're good, but they're not that good. So I do give the Rams offense a slighter edge over the Saints defense. I think this might be a high-scoring game in this one, as the Rams might play a little bit of keep away, right? You go run the ball, play a little keep away, so that way you keep Drew Brees on that sideline. If they're able to do that, they have a good chance to win this game. If this game is about 24-20, something of that nature, then I give the Rams the edge. But once you start getting into the 30s, maybe even possibly in the 40s, I think the Rams definitely lose their edge at that point. The Rams cannot sustain that type of offense against the Saints. So, I see if this is a low-scoring game, I definitely give the Rams a chance. If this is a high-scoring game, I think there's no way it goes to anyone but the Saints. So, saying that, I think the Saints will win this game and go on as the 1 seed in the NFC to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. So we go to the next matchup. You're talking about the AFC matchup. You're talking about the Evil Empire, the New England Patriots, going into Kansas City to play Patrick Mahomes, potential MVP candidate, which we'll find out in 2 Saturdays, right? So the Saturday before the Super Bowl is the award ceremony, and we'll find out who's going to be the MVP at that time. But maybe it's even Drew Brees on the other side. Maybe neither candidate will be there. Maybe it's going to be Drew Brees versus Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl. Who knows? But we talk about the Patriots versus the Kansas City Chiefs. This game might be an offensive explosion. It honestly might be. We talk about their first game. Their first game was an offensive explosion where they played in New England. I don't expect to see much different here. You have 2 really good offenses, and you have a guy in Tom Brady and a guy in Bill Belichick who know how to game plan, know how to scheme for a team. And you know what? This might be the same case for the Rams, where the Patriots tried to play keep away, keep Patrick Mahomes on the field. How will Patrick Mahomes looked good last week, right? Looked good against the LA Chargers, against the Indianapolis Colts in his first playoff game. But this is championship Sunday. This is a little bit different than divisional weekend, okay? And you're going up against the Evil Empire. How will he respond to that? Will he respond well? He might. He might respond well. He might do great. Or will he have a little bit of those butterflies? We all know Tom Brady's not going to have butterflies. We all know Bill Belichick's not going to have butterflies. We all know Gronkowski, Edelman, we all know they're not going to have butterflies. So how are the Chiefs going to come out? Young team with a head coach who has a lot on the line here. Andy Reid has a lot on the line. You're talking about 26 postseason appearances without a Super Bowl. Like, that's the most out of any coach in the NFL in history. So he has a lot on the line here. This will speak a lot to his legacy. Can he finally get over that hump? Will he learn to run the ball? What will he do against this Patriots team who he's played before in the playoffs? He played them in the Super Bowl in 2004. And what happened? The Patriots won. Until I'm proven otherwise, I said this last week, I'll say it this week. Until I'm proven wrong, until something or someone or a team comes out and says, nope, not today, I'm sticking with the Patriots. You gotta stick with the Patriots until proven otherwise. You're talking about 8 straight AFC Championship games. They've been here before. They're not going to fall for the pressure. They're away, okay. They're on the road. You know, they're playing this underdog mentality. We all know that's not true. We all know that's not true, but they believe it. They believe it, and that's what matters. So I think the Patriots win this one 34-31. I think that covers the spread, both the over, under, and the spread. The Saints game, I didn't give you a score. I think the Saints win that one 41-21. I do hope that these games are closer than last weekend. It was very disappointing last weekend, minus the Saints-Eagles game, which was pretty good. Just a lot of blowouts. So we really hope you have the 4 best teams here and that these teams can have great games. Again, I see the Rams Saints game being really competitive in the first half. Saints pulling away in the maybe in the late third, early fourth quarter, and then the Rams trying to play catch up. As far as the Kansas City Patriots game, to me, it's a matter of who has the ball last, right? If Tom Brady has the ball last, he can drive downfield and score on you. If Patrick Mahomes has the ball last, he might be able to make a play and score on you. But I think in this instance, the Patriots just have enough to squeak by one more time, and that will give us the Saints with Drew Brees versus the Patriots and Tom Brady. Really a dream matchup, and I hope people will like this matchup. I think it's going to be a great matchup. The NFL is going to love this matchup, but I think it'll be a great matchup down in Atlanta. I believe it's in Atlanta this year, for Super Bowl 53. So again, thank you for joining me on Billievers Talk. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. We go live for all kinds of breaking Bills news. We're talking about the Bills coaching staff. We're talking about free agent currently. We did wide receivers. We did running backs. We did tight ends. We're going to talk about that. We did talk about the offensive line. So now we're going to go over to the defensive side. Some other positions in need for the Buffalo Bills, probably cornerback and maybe defensive tackle. So we'll talk about those a little bit. Then we're getting into the draft. We're talking about the draft. We're talking about who should the Buffalo Bills draft. Maybe I'll do a mock draft down here as well. We'll go live for the draft. So if you're a fan of Buffalo sports, if you're a fan of the Buffalo Bills, you want to hit that subscribe button. We do go live during the season for every single Buffalo Bills game, and that will include playoffs next season when we make it. So, again, thank you for joining me. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button or that thumbs up button, and then leave a comment, and I'll have to talk to you about what you guys think or what you guys predict is going to happen today in Championship Sunday. So, again, hope you all enjoy the games today. Again, I hope they're closer than a lot of the games last week. I hope you guys had fun. Enjoy it. Go over to Sports Fury. They do the live stream of every single playoff game, so you might want to go over there. I know there's some other YouTubers who are going to be live streaming reaction and play-by-play for these games, so enjoy it. Have a good time. We'll see you soon. Until we do, go Bills.